Thank you so much for meeting with me. I have Matthew and Kelvin. They both work for UF. I'm in an entrepreneurship class over the summer. So what we have to do, have any of you taken it before?
No.
Okay. You have to have like a business idea, some sort of concept, product, something like that, and you're going to develop it through the course. So it took me forever to come up with something that hasn't actually already been established before, and I'm not tech savvy, so I didn't go that direction.
Okay.
So what I came up with is a device to help hearing impaired drivers. So what it would be is something that attaches underneath the steering wheel, and it would vibrate your steering wheel within, if in a 2-mile radius there's an emergency vehicle coming, because you probably can't hear it. And the reason I came up with that is because I'm hearing impaired, and I can never tell when an emergency vehicle is coming because I listen to music, and I'm doing other stuff too, so it's probably not the best thing to say, but it's just the truth.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be for hearing impaired because everybody's on their phone, talking to passengers, doing other stuff. So it's marketing towards hearing impaired, but it can really be for anybody. So does that sound like something you would be interested in?
Oh, yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, that makes sense. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, you can see that being applicable, especially for people with hearing impaired.
Yeah. It's weird because I felt like cars nowadays should already have something like that built in, like with one of those screens in the front, but they actually don't, or at least not yet. Maybe it's in the works, and the whole idea is down the drain. But for right now, it's not anything out. So I just want to tell you the product, but more of this interview is about you guys and the way you buy products. It can be something like a necessity or something that's just kind of fun, like a phone or something that you just want. So first of all, is there anything in advertising or marketing when it comes to any product that you're wanting or willing to try out that draws you in? For sure, like you're definitely going to buy it because you saw something or read something or anything like that.
As far as advertisements go, I'd say if the advertisement catches my attention, like if there's a commercial on TV and it's like super funny or something like that, it's definitely gonna catch my attention, and I'm gonna remember that when I'm at the store, like looking for stuff that I need, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, like I think a lot of it depends if it's like towards my interests. So like a commercial can be like really good, advertisement can be good, but if it's not something that I would ever use or interested in, I probably would ignore it immediately. But yeah, just like if it's being funny, I think is really helpful. That helps a lot. Yeah.
For sure, because a lot of times they're cheesy and I'm like, that's not
Yeah,
funny.
like there's a difference between being funny and cheesy.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
What about, do any of you use Amazon?
Yeah.
Or Amazon Prime? What about testimonials or reviews? Like, has there ever been one that made you buy a product that you were kind of on the fence about?
Yeah, I mean, like, I actually use the reviews a lot. Like, that's a lot to make my decision because, I mean, I don't know what it is, and, like, anyone can advertise something, but, like, until you use it, you don't really know. So,
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a few times where, like, it's because it had, like, really good ratings, and I read through the reviews, and I liked it, and I bought it, yeah.
Yeah, and on the flip side, like I look at reviews, and if I see bad reviews, it also changes my opinion because a lot of the time I buy a lot of basketball shoes online, and what I like to do is look for reviews. Yeah, look for reviews that are about the fitting, if they're true to size or if they run a size big or a size small. But that's how I
especially online.
Exactly, that's where you find most like the ones you want online too. So.
Awesome. Now, this is kind of a tricky one, but you just have to think about it for a second. Maybe there's a want. Like, are you guys into technology or whatever?
Sure.
Okay. We'll just say that or something. Has there ever been something that's a want that you're maybe saving up for or you're going to invest in the future, but then it becomes a necessity at a certain point in time versus something like, oh, I have this, but I'm going to get another one? If so.
Has it happened before?
Yeah. Yeah. What was it and, like, what made, you don't have to share what it was, but what made you go from, oh, it's a want or an extra thing to, okay, I have to have this now?
I mean, one thing I think that was big was like smartphones in general. It was like, I mean, not maybe me specifically, but like my parents, something like that. They don't see that as like necessity, like a regular like texting. That's fine, but like now, like in this day and age, just through like convenience and like looking something up, everyone needs to have internet on their phone at this point, right? It seems like a necessity, so that's one thing. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. When I was in high school, I had a laptop, and one thing that I really wanted was a MacBook because I thought they were just like the brand new thing everyone had when they were really cool, whatever. So that's what I wanted, and I was saving up for it. And then my senior year of high school, my laptop actually broke, so then I needed a new laptop before I went to college. So it ended up becoming a need, and that's what I ended up getting.
That's a really good one, because like in all of my interviews, they've been like, no. I'm just like, really? There's like absolutely nothing? Let me think. How do you go about purchasing anything? It could be a need or it can be a want, but is there a certain process you take, like certain steps you take before actually getting the product, purchasing it?
I mean, a lot of extensive research. I mean, I'm someone who's kind of indecisive. Like, I want to make sure that if I buy something, I'm gonna really like it, because it's such a hassle to not like something, then have to return it, or like you're like stuck with that item. So yeah, a lot of extensive like research is a big part of it. Yeah.
And then you just dive right into whether.
Yeah, I mean,
yes or no.
if I'm like pretty sure that it like sounds good and I want it, then yeah, I'll get it. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, whatever the thing is, I usually try to talk to a friend that already has it, or that someone that has one that I can use, regardless of what it is, to see if I would like it, and if it's something that I would get my money's worth out of it. That's what I try to do.
Cool. Okay, now going back to the product I described, if you remember, what would be your price point on that? Like, where, yeah, I'm interested, but at this level, no, because it's out of your price range.
I mean, is that something that you would be built into the car already, or is that like an attachment type thing?
It would be an attachment. Like, you could find it at Walmart or an AutoZone store. In my head, this is where you're going to find it, but who knows?
True. Yeah. I mean, it's a hypothetical kind of like, yeah, I got you. I mean, this comes back to the thing, like, I don't know if I would use it, so I don't know. Like, for me, like, at that point, it'd be like, it would have to be relatively cheap for me to specifically to buy it, but, I mean, I would see, if it's a need, I could see that going for me, like, $30 to $50, I don't know.
Okay. And that's your relatively cheap price? I'm just asking.
Oh, I mean, that's for me, it'd be like $15, and I'd buy it.
Okay.
That's because I don't need it, right? So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, regardless if you need it or not, you could always buy it for a family member or something like that, someone that you know. But I was going to say around $50 maybe, because I would think that all it would have to do is vibrate, I'm guessing, right? That's what it would have to do. So I feel like that wouldn't be too, like, tech savvy, I guess. I don't know. So like, it wouldn't cost too much to make.
Some sort of like sensors, right, to detect.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard for us to like define or really know how much it would cost. But I guess $50.
Exactly. Yeah, because I don't know how much it would be, obviously, to make one prototype. But my hope would be between 40 and 80, because I don't want it to be too cheap where you're like, does it even work?
Yeah.
You know, like one of those walkie-talkies, like when you were 5, that only work if you're in the same room, and then at that point, like, why are you using walkie-talkie? But like, you don't want it to be in like extreme price where nobody's gonna buy it or afford it, especially because most people think of hearing impaired as elderly, so maybe they're tight on money, or they don't have a lot, and they're obviously probably not working or something like that. What was I gonna say? There was another question I had. There was something else I'm trying to think of it in my head because I don't have my notebook with me.
Oh, you're fine.
Sorry.
No,
Give me a second. Aside from research, then, is there, like, say it's not something with the internet or TV commercials or something like that, if it's like word of mouth, how certain are you, like, how trustworthy are you? Like, say it's your friends, your peers, and they're like, oh my gosh, you have to try this product. Based off that alone, would you be willing to go out and get said product if it's something you wanted or needed, or not really?
Yeah, I think that's almost as good, because like, I trust my friends in their opinions for the most part, right? So hopefully what they say, I mean, I would agree with, I would like trust what they say, I guess. Yeah, I mean, at that point you don't really have another option, so and especially if you need it, I mean, why not? It's like getting that versus getting something you don't know nothing about, right? So
has this ever happened to you where you kind of just rely only on friends, like in pinch or something?
I'm trying to think about that. You come back to me on that.
Okay.
I was gonna say, well, usually if one of my friends has a product or uses something that I'm interested in, I'll just ask them, hey, can I try this out, or can I come over this one day and see if it works for me, blah blah. And but other than that, usually I trust what my friends have to say. Otherwise, they wouldn't be my friends.
Okay, you got some tough friends with you.
Cut them out real quick.
Trust issues over here.
Yeah, if the product doesn't work, they're not my friends anymore.
The thing is, because I'm like brutally honest, but I feel bad because sometimes it's something that somebody really, really wants, and maybe it's just me who has a bad experience with it, but that doesn't mean you will.
Right.
So it's kind of hard.
Opinion, I think that's still valuable, right? I mean, if you're brutally honest.
Or maybe they're not my real friends, and then I have to make some judgment.
That's true.
That's true. You might have to coach. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Did you think of anything?
What was it? What was
It was like so
question?
like
If it actually has happened.
if it's happened before. Where
Like, where you
screw it
just
off
rely
word of
on
mouth of your
friends.
friend. Honestly, like for me, it's not necessarily like product, but like food. If that's like buying, getting food
Well,
or
you
something
do
like
buy
that.
it, so
That
yeah,
doesn't.
like,
Okay, I guess that counts.
doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't know any.
It does count, but I feel like everybody does that. I would
Yeah,
ask
fair.
strangers, like, hey, that place you just walked up was good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wouldn't really trust a
In
stranger.
terms of just like
I'm
products.
trying to think of something like technology that I bought recently that someone told me was good, but
It's kind of hard because I feel like everybody buys stuff for themselves, like, because you
Yeah.
have all these different resources to
Everything's
use.
pretty accessible to find. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't remember. Sorry.
what have I bought recently?
I don't like.
Are you guys friends?
Yeah.
I bought
Best friends?
BFS for life.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, I bought some. Well, my buddy, we play basketball a lot. He told me that Kevin Durant's shoes are really good, so
I
I
don't know who
decided
that
to buy
is, but okay.
his basketball player. I decided to buy his shoes because my friend said they were true to size and that they're really tight fitting. So I wanted some low cut shoes, not some high ones.
Hmm.
So I bought them because he said that, and I like them.
You do?
And he's my best friend.
But, oh,
I
okay.
have two best friends.
Because you have multiple best friends. Like it's not ridiculous. It's not. He says my best friend already. It's on tape.
I have proof.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay, cool. Let me think. It felt like there's another question. It's like totally slipping. Okay, let me ask your opinion on the name that I came up with. It's called Here Wheel, but it's not Hear. It would be Here wheel.
Because it's here.
Yeah, because it's like with you at the steering wheel. I literally came up with it like 2 weeks ago. Now, would that be something if you didn't know this product, but you were like at a, I don't know, mechanic, and you were just browsing because you're so bored, and you saw that in an aisle, would that draw you in, regardless of packaging, just that name alone, or not really?
I don't know. I mean, what kind of treat me like here wheel? What does that mean? And then you maybe buy it. I don't know. Look into it. I feel like right now I'm like in a focus group. Is that what this is like? Your focus group. That's what I feel like right now. It's like, so what do you think is a name? I feel it's a product. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see.
Just because it's different, it's not like BXP95, like all these names.
5,000.
Yeah.
I don't find anything wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't.
It's not strong though. Like on a like scale, you wouldn't be like.
It wouldn't be like a
good
10. It would be like, I'll say a 6.
Oh,
Right.
soft 7 at least.
Hard
Thank
6,
you.
soft 7.
Matthew.
Okay.
Soft 7.
It's okay. I like
Yeah.
them better.
I mean, I like it. It's just,
Yo.
yeah.
Hard feeling. Okay, this is about honest review. We're brutally honest. Okay, that's what this is.
A soft 7. That's like.
That's a hard 6. That's what you go in between the hard 6.
No,
soft
but that's like
7.
when you go to an ice cream store and like they have the soft serve in the back, but then they have like the hard stuff in the front. But sometimes you're just looking at the hard stuff, you forget about the awesome soft serve. So he's like the soft serve, and you're like.
Basically, I'm better than you.
I have no idea what that meant, but yeah, I'll go
It
with
means
that.
the steering wheel.
Okay. You know, this all came around in a circle with the steering
You
wheel.
got my analogy.
Like a wheel. Circle.
Yeah, full circle. Boom.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, and your feedback and like some ideas about how your buying process goes. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem. Thank you for your time.